Hi friends, my name is Aseem Jain and welcome to my channel. I am going to share you information about what identity federation is, which is also called as the social login. This is very popular these days. We do it all the time, but if we understand what goes, what's the technique, what's the architecture, that would help us, becoming a better developer or a QE or an architect, whichever, a better engineer in short. So please like this video and leave a comment with the feedback at the end of the video. And without any delay, let's understand. First thing is, what's the difference between the SSO, which is single sign-on, and Web Identity Federation? I'll tell you this in a very short thing, then we'll come back to our main topic. So SSO, single sign-on, is basically happen in the corporate network. So if you have a bind password like a user in your enterprise, once you authenticate using that at one place, there you arrange, or there you tie up all your other application like your Microsoft Outlook, Office, G Suite, and other standard application. And in AWS SSO, or whatever the SSO application you are using, like Keycloak or something, you will manage the users and groups. So based on that, you might provide a temporary token which will be understood by the other applications to provide you the access. They have different methodology basically behind the scene. But in general, that is what SSO is. You have to sign in single time, and then you can use all the other apps. The apps which are not directly integrated here, they can use SAML, which is just like HTML. This is a special security assertion markup language, which would have the information if this particular user can access GitHub or Microsoft Office product of that organization or not. Based on that, this SAML would be sent out to that application, which might read or parse this SAML. And based on the SAML, once it parse, it would allow access or deny access. In general, the SAML parsion, like parsing, happens with the identity broker, which I'll create in detail in other video. But let's move ahead and come back to the Facebook or the social login. So how social login is different from SSO? So SSO is single sign-on. You sign on using corporate one place, and that's you can use all the other apps. But Facebook login is mainly for the visitors or the guest or the customer of the organization. So, for example, I am in NASA, and all the scientists in the NASA would use the corporate login of NASA. Based on that, they would use the applications. But there are some visitors to the NASA application. They want to book a rocket trip from here to moon. They want to buy something. So I will not ask them to create the entire account in the NASA website. But what I'll say, hey, it will be easy. Just click on your Facebook. If you're logged in into the Facebook, uh, I will grab the details from there. You just prove your identity from Facebook. That is where, based on this credential, I will create your user account details profile, and I'll track you from there, and I will provide you all the access to the applications or resources, probably in AWS or whatever is the application. So this is how the web federation. So where is the federation? What happens in the application, if you will see, is when someone signs up, he would give you his email where you can contact him, send the details, right? That is why you ask user to sign up. Now, if user does not sign up, but if he clicks on Facebook, and then he would get the notification, should I allow blah blah application to access your user profile data from Facebook? If you say yes, this particular web identity federation application will get the user ID, email ID, and details from the Facebook, and it will internally create a profile so that it can distinguishly define you when you are doing any of the operations in the app. For example, the NASA gift shop, right? So if you want to buy some rockets or toys and things like that, so you can check in, check out. Next time when you visit, you will get some reward discount. So all that, and like for they have to send you some promotional emails. It would grab the email ID and all details from Facebook, and based on that, once it has your user, it would be able to track and provide the access to whatever the resources are. So this is one thing. Internally, how would it work? So from Facebook, what happened is there is Amazon Cognito is the name of the service which provides the Web Identity Federation, which sits in AWS. So it will provide you, like, it creates the user in the user pool based on the data from Facebook. Once that is there, and then it generates a JWT token. So imagine this is a user and she wants to access any application. So what would happen is basically she would go to the user pool, and based on the user pool, there are no passwords which are being set actually here. So what will happen is it will ask you to log in into the Facebook, because your account is probably signed up with the Facebook or Gmail or whatever are the other social logins. So once you log in there, you prove your identity. Based on that identity, the Amazon Cognito will recognize the user and then give you a JWT, which is JSON Web Token, which will have your username, user information, and all the other details. It's a three-part token. I'll cover that in a different video. You can look into my channel and you will find that. So based on that token, it will have all the permissions. Now, so user has this token. What she would do with this token? She would, whatever application she is trying to access, for example, she is trying to access S3 bucket or NASA's gift shop, right? So she would, in the application, the JWT token would be sent. Based on that token, server will understand that she is that particular user and she has purchased so and so gifts before, so she is eligible for some discount and things like that. So that is pretty much about the about this flow of Web Identity Federation or social login. This is another example of same thing, like you user has to access particular website. So she logs in into the Facebook returns some kind of authorization. Based on that, in the AWS STS, which is security token service, it generates its own token, internal token, and based on that token you can access the Amazon DynamoDB S3 or different services. So yeah, that was pretty deep and pretty technical. Leave the questions in the comment, and I'll try to answer as much as I know or as much as I could. Thanks for watching. Bye.